Some of the opening actions of President Trump's second term are focused on rolling back diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives. Among them, ordering all federal DEI employees to be placed on paid leave starting today.
President Trump continuing a flood of executive actions with an order placing all federal employees in diversity, equity, and inclusion roles on paid leave by this evening in preparation for shutting those programs down and firing the workers. It's unclear how many will be affected.
President Donald Trump is moving quickly to end diversity, equity, and inclusion programs in the federal government. In a new memo obtained by CBS News, the Trump administration has instructed federal agencies to cancel any diversity, equity, and inclusion programs and close all DEI offices. So by 2 p.m. Pacific time, all employees working in those roles were to be notified that they will soon be placed on paid leave.
Our country is going to be based on merit again. Can you believe it?
Trump's order also calls federal agencies to develop plans to deter DEI programs in the private sector and at universities, as well as listing potential civil compliance investigations that could be launched to bring about that aim. Today, Trump's administration also moved to end affirmative action in federal contracting.
President Trump's press secretary, Caroline Leavitt, telling NBC News in a statement, quote, President Trump campaigned on a merit-based society where people are hired based on their skills, not for the color of their skin. This memo sent from the U.S. Office of Personnel Management to the heads of all federal departments and agencies outlines the president's orders. It says by tonight, a letter must be sent to employees in DEI roles informing them that they will be placed on paid administrative leave immediately. And by next Friday, federal agencies must submit a written plan outlining how they plan to dismiss employees who are part of DEI offices and programs.
But we begin tonight with Make America White Male Dominated Again, starting with the federal government workforce and federal contractors. Now, you may have noticed a theme, a certain buzzword from Donald Trump and many of his cabinet nominees.
We will forge a society that is colorblind and merit-based.
Ensuring readiness and meritocracy is front and center.
Return our country to the merit system, you know?
We must be the ultimate meritocracy.
Yes, 3 white men talking about the importance of merit in roles they're all unqualified for. Donald Trump and his nominee for Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth and nominee for CIA Director John Ratcliffe. As of about 2 hours ago, all federal diversity, equity, and inclusion employees have been placed on paid leave following the replacement executive order Trump signed Tuesday night, claiming to restore merit-based opportunity.
And Jonathan, he also wants his new attorney general, assuming Pam Bondi, I'm sure she'll get confirmed, to review all activities of all departments in the federal government over the last 4 years and identify any instances where the department or agency's conduct appears to have been contrary to the purposes and policies of the order. And this is about the weaponization of government, asking for appropriate remedial actions to be taken. Now, this is a big order, and some would say it might be a tiny bit general, but nevertheless, it makes a statement about what the Trump family and his associates have endured over the past, really, 9 years.
Yeah, once again, this is within the navigational beacons for executive orders. They don't have binding legal authority, but they are basically directions to federal agencies. And this is a president who really is building on his first term.
President Trump signed another executive order, this one ending what they call illegal DEI. The White House says this will terminate radical DEI preferencing in federal contracting and direct federal agencies to combat private sector discrimination. Professor, how soon will we start seeing legal challenges to this?
Well, we saw a flurry of legal challenges immediately after Trump took office. But it's going to take more than a legal flash mob to reverse some of these measures. To some degree, Trump has been advantaged with the fact that we've had divided government in Congress, which meant that many of the things that President Biden did, he did with executive orders. And what you can do by an executive order, you can usually undo by executive order.
In America, now Trump's back. DEI is essentially dead. All federal employees in DEI roles have been placed on paid leave effective immediately, and those offices and programs are being ordered to shut down.